Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this 2021 Nissan Armada SV, but I would like to give a special thanks to HGreg Nissan for providing me with the Nissan Armada. If you're in the market for a Nissan Armada, you can come check out HGreg Nissan and ask for Jared. He'll get you into a new, used, or pre-owned vehicle. But let's get into the review here of the Nissan Armada. Let's start off underneath the hood here. This has Nissan's one engine choice. Is a 5.6 liter V8. It makes 390 horsepower, 394 pound-feet of torque. If you feed it regular gas, if you feed it premium gas, Nissan says it makes 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a 7-speed automatic transmission. I'm not sure why Nissan didn't put the 9-speed auto from the Nissan Titan in here. Maybe they did it a little later on when it was refreshing the Armada. That's what I'm thinking. And as the Armada sits, it weighs a little over 5,800 pounds. And Nissan says you can tow 8,500 pounds. And fuel economy is rated at 14 in the city, 19 on the highway, and 16 combined. The fuel economy is probably due to that 7-speed automatic. And plus, this vehicle almost weighs 6,000 pounds. But shedding the hood here of the Armada, for 2021, Nissan, they updated the front fascia. They gave this thing full LED headlights with an LED daytime running light, with an LED turn signal, with an automatic low and high beam. And down here at the lower part of the fascia, there's gonna be LED fog lights. There's front parking sensors. I like the aluminum painted trim here. This large V-motion grille, and this also has the new Nissan emblem here in the front fascia. I like the gloss black trim. But I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section. What do you think about the new updated Nissan Armada here? But I think it looks really good. It looks like just like the other competitors in this segment. It has a nice bold front fascia. But let's take a look at the side profile of the Nissan Armada. So looking at the side profile here of the Nissan Armada, let's start off with these tires and this rim choice here. These are a 275/60 Bridgestone tire. They're wrapped in this 20-inch rim design. I like the aluminum finish here. This also has a new Nissan emblem here in the cap here. If you don't like 20-inch rim design, Nissan will throw 22s here in the Armada, but you have to go for a platinum trim in order to get the 22s. There's this big V8 badge here on the side fender. There's also this LED sight markers here, and there's these fixed running boards just in case you're short and you want to get into this big old SUV here. And up top, there's no standard sunroof, and Nissan does not offer a panoramic sunroof here in the Armada. There's also these roof rails up top as well. The wheelbase for the Armada is at 121.1 inches with an overall length of 208.9. So that's right on par with the new Tahoe, the new Yukon, and also the Ford Expedition. So looking at the rear here of the Nissan Armada, let's start out with this rear wiper. It keeps the rear glass clean. There's the new Nissan emblem. And I like how Nissan has the Armada name spelled out here. There's a standard backup camera with LED lights for the tag. Looking at these tail lights here, they're gonna be a full LED, just like in the front fascia. They have that same design cue. There's gonna be a full LED turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. Looking at the lower part of the bumper here, there is rear parking sensors. Once you remove this little plastic piece here, Nissan says you can tow 8,500 pounds. There's reflectors integrated into the bumper here. And underneath here, there's no visible exhaust tips because Nissan hides it underneath the bumper. But open up the cargo capacity back here. Once you open up, it reveals there's this power opening tailgate here. And it does come standard with 3 rows of seating here. Nissan says with all the seats folded up, you get 16.5 cubic feet of space. And to fold down the 3rd row, there's these little tabs here. You pull and you push the seat down. That expands the cargo to 49.9 cubic feet of space. Once you fold down everything, Nissan says you get 95.4. So that's right on par with the rest of the competitors in the segment. And underneath here, there is some underfloor storage. Sitting inside the interior of the 2021 Nissan Armada SV, looking at this interior here, is a 2-tone color combination, which looks really nice. There's this 12.3-inch display here. It does offer wireless Apple CarPlay, but not Android Auto. You have to use your cables to connect to the wireless Android function there, but you cannot connect it through wireless, unfortunately. But shutting the door here of the Armada, to start up the Armada, foot on the brake and press the start-stop button over here. This has Nissan's 5.6 liter V8. As you guys can see, the gauge will do a nice sweep. I like how it has the Armada's graphics there on this LCD display. But looking at the door panel materials here, is going to be a nice leatherette material. It's nice and padded here. There's this chrome door handle. It is automatic up, automatic down for windows. And this is my first time filming the Armada. There's some controls here for the lock controls. And you can power fold these mirrors in. There's also has Nissan Safety Shield 360. Down here is going to be for the power tailgate. You can also cut the power and you can turn it on or off if you would like. This is for the Nissan Shield 360 there. This does offer a power tilt telescoping steering wheel. There are some functions here on the steering wheel. This is for the LCD display here. You can customize the screen. There's a volume control, sync track, and this does have the new Nissan emblem there. I do like the airbag cover here. That's the same steering wheel that's off the Nissan Titan. Like I mentioned with the Nissan Shield 360, it does include blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning, rear cross traffic alert. So Nissan does keep you really safe with their driver's assistance. Over here is the headlight stock and turn signal stock, and the wind wiper stock is going to be over here. I showed you guys this does have a push button start. The dashboard is this nice soft touch material there, and new for 2021 is this 12.3-inch display. Going here to the Apple CarPlay, it doesn't take up the complete screen, unfortunately. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a software update that Nissan should offer, because it does really need it, because the screen has a nice clean resolution to it. Looking at the Google Maps here, it does take up the complete screen. I like the way that this looks. Going here to the Nissan head unit, this is a Nissan interface here. It looks really nice, so it's nothing to basically to have a learning curve to it, but it is very functional there. Going back to the Apple CarPlay there's these big knobs for the volume and tune. There's the air vents here. Hazard button is there. I like these big knobs down here for the dual climate control. This does offer 3 level heated seats, but not cool seats. You have to go for a top trim in order to get the cool seats. And then here, my 12 Pro Max fits just fine. You can close this off. I like how they have the Armada name spelled out here, which is a nice touch. There's this trailer brake control here, and you can tow 8,500 pounds. There's a USB-C and a USB-A there. The Armada that I'm testing here is a rear-wheel drive. You can get a four-wheel drive, and it will offer a transfer case. This does have a snow and a tow haul mode. The stability control is here. Opening up this right here reveals 2 cup holders. Show you guys the key fob here for the Armada. This does have the new Nissan emblem, just like on the steering wheel. This does have a lock, unlock for the tailgate, and a panic button. The key does feel nice and sturdy in my hands. You can close this back if there's no cups there. Putting the Armada into reverse here. They got the backup camera. Nissan, they should update their camera quality, but it does look really good. It's nothing bad. It does have trajectory with distance marker with rear and front parking sensors. Kicking it down here to drive and over to the left, it does have the 7-speed automatic transmission. I'm surprised Nissan didn't put the 9-speed from the Nissan Titan in here. That'll kind of help with the fuel economy. This doesn't get the best fuel economy, like I mentioned. 14 in the city, 19 on the highway, and 16 combined. Looking at this wheel here, this does have some dedicated buttons there for audio, menu, map. There's a back button. You can access the cameras through there. You can use this rotary knob here if you don't want to actually touch the screen. It is really fast to shift through the icons there. Looking at the glove compartment, it's a big glove box. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable. I like the way that they look. They feel really plush. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the best seats in the full-size SUV segment here. Up top is gonna be the sunglass holder there, and Nissan does throw in these LED lights. But overall, the Armada does have a nice cabin here, and I like the way that it looks. But before I forget, looking at the center console here, it does offer a shallow amount of storage, but you can put a small purse and some stuff in there. This area here is nice and padded. But let's hop into the second and third row. So to get into the second and third row here of the Nissan Armada, Nissan gives you these fixed running boards on the side of the vehicle with this grab handle here. So if you're short like myself, you can hop up into this big old SUV. But getting back here, the materials I carried over from the front to the rear, nice touch materials. There's gonna be 2 map pockets back here. You can also access the center console through here. This is one of the first in the segment, if I'm not mistaken, that you can also access the center console from the second row here. But Nissan does throw in, there's a 12-volt with the USB-C and a USB port. And down here, the floor is completely flat. You can sit a middle passenger here, of course. Nissan says you get 41 inches of legroom here in the second row. And putting this armrest down here, it reveals 2 cup holders. And Nissan doesn't offer a panoramic sunroof here in the second generation of Armada. But there's going to be the lighting up top with the air vents up top as well with this grab handle. But let's get into the third row here. Nissan gives you this handle here. You use this handle, the seat will catapult itself up. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna sit on this side of the vehicle. Hopefully you guys can see me. Nissan says you get 28.7 inches of legroom back here. It's going to be 4 cup holders in total. The air vents, of course, they live up top with these grab handles. Unfortunately, you cannot recline these third row seats. You have to go for a platinum trim in order to do that. Out of the Ford Expedition and the Armada, these are the only 2 in the segment. If I'm not mistaken, they have a power reclining third row. The GM Twins does not offer that. But overall, the second and third row of the Armada is not a bad place to spend time. So starting off in the 2021 Nissan Armada. This is my first time driving the Armada here. I never drove the Armada. I drove all the other competitors, from the Ford Expedition to the Chevrolet Tahoe, Suburban, all 3 of the GM Twins. Besides the new redesigned Yukon, I haven't driven that one just yet. Visibility out of the Armada here is really good. You have a good commanding view of the road. This also has Nissan Shield 360, so it will keep you and your family protected on long road trips or commuting around town. Fuel economy is rated at 14 in the city, 19 on the highway, and 16 combined. The fuel economy for this vehicle is not a strong suit because this vehicle weighs nearly 6,000 pounds. So you have to basically blame that on the weight of this vehicle. But the other competitors do offer a 6.2 liter V8, a 5.3 liter. I'm talking about the GM Twins, and also a 3 liter diesel. So Nissan keeps it really simple with this one powertrain, which is a 5.6 liter V8. If you guys feed this thing regular gas, Nissan says it gets 390 horsepower and 394 pound-feet of torque. If you feed it premium, it gets 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. Honestly, I would just feed this thing premium gas, even though the fill-ups might be a lot of money because this thing is so heavy. And Nissan says you can tow 8,500 pounds. But the ride quality of the Armada is really good. It's smooth, it's compliant. I like the way this thing drives. I feel like I'm driving basically like a boat on wheels. And even though it doesn't feel heavy, it feels really light on its feet. And that V8 is really good. I like the burbly sound that it makes. And that 7-speed automatic is not fast to shift, but it does its job just fine. I'm surprised Nissan didn't offer that 9-speed auto from the Nissan Titan. That's really fast to shift. I like the way how that's geared. The 7-speed, don't get me wrong, is really good as well. The seats in here are comfortable. I like the way these seats feel. This is one of the best seats in the segment, in my opinion, compared to the redesigned Tahoe, Suburban, Ford Expedition that I tested in basically last year that I tested, or 2 years ago, I'm sorry. I tested the Ford Expedition 2 years ago. But those seats were in there, they were okay, but these are the best seats in my opinion because they're the zero gravity seats, and I like the way that they feel. Steering feel, it's playful. It's a truck, of course. It's really devoid of feel and it's numb. But you're not gonna have quick steering here because this truck is so big. And honestly, this truck is really quiet. And this truck can really get up and go. Like I mentioned, if you feed it premium gas, it will get 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. The 7-speed automatic is okay, but like I mentioned, I would rather have the 9-speed from the Nissan Titan. That's more geared for fuel economy in the sense. The 7-speed is going to hold it back with the fuel economy. Like I mentioned, it's 14 in the city, 19 on the highway, and 16 combined. This thing is pretty heavy, but I have no complaints from the Armada. It actually feels really good. It feels really soft, the suspension. It does have an independent rear suspension. Here in Miami, we don't have the best of roads, but the Nissan Armada sucks up the bumps just fine. The ride quality in here is fantastic, and I have no complaints. For 2021, they gave it this 12.3-inch display. It does have wireless Apple CarPlay, but not Android Auto. You have to basically plug the Android Auto into a cable if you want to have your phone connected there. But the Armada is really good, and I like the way that it drives. That V8 sounds really good. You can also fit your family in here, of course, going on a long road trip, because this thing does set up to 8 people in comfort. Like I mentioned, the suspension in here feels so good. If you guys haven't driven a new Armada, you guys should definitely check out your local Nissan dealership and get behind the wheel of one, because this thing drives so good. And I do like the new exterior styling. Nissan hit it out of the park. I like the way that it looks. And it's just so quiet in this cabin. I don't hear any road noise, no wind noise. Even with the cars passing by, it's still quiet in this interior. But I do like this 12.3-inch display. It looks really good. Nissan did a fantastic job with this refresh of the Armada. It's not a redesign. It still has the same silhouette from the side profile, but they changed the front fascia, like I mentioned, in the rear styling. But the Armada is a handsome SUV here in this segment. And Nissan sells around 30,000 units every single year. So it does sell at a decent volume compared to the GM competitors, which sell over 100,000 units a year. So after spending time with the 2021 Nissan Armada SV, starting price for the Armada here is at $52,500. With the options and accessories, the Armada stickers for $57,440. But hope you guys have enjoyed my review on the 2021 Nissan Armada SV. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you all in the next video.